Hey everyone, it's Lexi. In today's video I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of The Sugar Queen by Sarah Addison Allen. And so this was a book that I've had on my shelf for a while and I finally got around to doing it. The author's main I guess genre that she writes in is magical realism, but they take place in today's world, usually in the Carolinas, so you get that beachy vibe. But this one was a little different than the ones that I've read in the past. This one takes in the Smoky Mountain side of North Carolina and in winter. So basically this follows a story of a girl named Josie. So in her closet she has this hidden little cupboard in there where she keeps her candy, her paperback romances, and her and travel books as well. And one day this mysterious girl is in her closet and she forces Josie to step outside of her comfort zone, and then her path crosses with Chloe, who is someone who is also going through a different time in her life. She just recently broke up with her boyfriend that she's had for several years. So I will say this book did take a lot to get into. The other ones that I've read The Girl Who Chased the Moon, The Peach Keeper. So those two I was really engrossed in from the beginning, but for this time around it took maybe a good 75 pages before I actually got engrossed into the story. And it only is it's 276 pages, so there's not a lot of room left in the book to actually enjoy. So it did take a while to get into, and I felt the family dynamics to be just a little strange, and just how she talked about Josie, who has body issues, and her mother tells her about these things. So I felt that to just be a little bit awkward in terms of how it was presented and all of that stuff. It was a little weird in my opinion, but so yeah, that part was weird. But I did really I think I liked Chloe's storyline a lot better than Josie's. I think Chloe was just much more relatable, and what's really neat about her is that she has books just magically appear in front of her, basically going along with books that relate to what's going on in her life, which I really liked that magical aspect to it as well. I will say though that the plot twist at the end I could see coming from a mile away. There are really specific hints that are given throughout the book that reveal it at the end, so I was able to see that before really early on, so it wasn't that big of a shock to me. I will say this is not her best book, so if you're interested in going and reading from this author, I wouldn't start here. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't that good as much as I enjoyed her previous books that I've read. So it's a little, I don't know, this one was just okay. The other ones were good. They're not the best book, they're basically chick lit. So if you're, it's a good summer read just because you can fly by them. The book's really small, and the indents in there are so there's you can go through it. I read this in a matter of a couple days, so you can go through it really quickly. It's just a good beach read. I like her writing style though. I will say just how she described the treats and just the world that they live in, the town and all that. I liked how she described that, or just the food itself was really, really good. However, I just did not really enjoy, it doesn't really have a plot, I'll just say that. There's not much of a plot to it, so it's a little weird, but overall it was okay. I wouldn't really start with this one. I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone, but it's just yeah, it's just as it is. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've read this book, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.